Well, hi guys, it's that time. It's our Bible teaching snippet of the day. Actually, I'm not going to do a Bible teaching so much as I want to give you a Tuesday testimony. I'm going to go back into time when I was, I think it's about 2013, okay? I was teaching a Bible study at a good friend of mine's house, and this young lady had been to these Bible studies 4 or 5 times. I knew her from seeing her at different times, but we didn't know each other real well at that moment. But anyway, one day she sends me a message and asks me if I would consider coming by her home and laying hands on her to heal her. This young lady, and I'm not going to use her name, she's written her testimony for me before, but I don't want to use her name without asking, and I haven't talked to her, so I'm not going to use her name today, okay? But we're going to call her Sally just to have a name attached, okay? And that's not her name. But anyway, she asked me to come over and lay hands on her to heal her. Now, what was going on with her? She had a preemie baby. She had struggled all through her pregnancy, ended up having him early, and baby and mama both were very, very seriously close to losing their lives during that time. But both of them lived, and both of them made it home. But here's the thing. She's got this baby, and every time it's time for her monthly cycle, her female monthly cycle, she has to give her newborn baby to someone else to keep, because she will just be sitting there, going to get up and walk across the floor, and all of a sudden she'll pass out and just be pretty much unconscious. So she couldn't trust herself to be alone with her baby, right? So she calls me, and I go over to see, more about what's going on with her and all. Well, that particular night, I sat and ministered to her for a little while, and then I said, "Are you ready? Let's do this thing." And we stood up, and I laid hands on her, and we both started praying in tongues. All of a sudden, she broke loose and was just worshiping and just had her arms up in the air, thanking God. And when she opened her eyes and started talking to me, she said, "I know that I have been healed because I felt something lift up off of me. I felt it leave me." And did you know, this young lady who had been passing out every month, and I mean, guys, they were taking her, they would find her passed out and would take her to the emergency room, and then she'd go back to the female doctors, and they tried to figure out what was wrong with her for 3 or 4, maybe 5 months, and they could not figure out what was causing this to happen to her. So they didn't really even know any medicine or anything for her to do to try to help herself. Well, sure enough, she really was healed that night, because 3 months later, and she told me, she sent me a message on my phone, and she said, "It's been 3 months now, and the reason I haven't told you anything is because I wanted to make sure, 100% sure," and it's true. I have been healed. I'm totally healed. I have had no episodes, nothing. And so this young lady was completely set free and never passed out again, and never had any symptoms or anything going on with her with this issue after she had her baby. Now that I've only used up part of my time, I want to tell you another story about her. Maybe 6 months later or so, after she received this healing and was healed of all of her female problems, she comes to me and says, "Well, I don't want anybody to know this, and I want to talk to you." And she said, "I want to know what you think about me trying to have another baby. The doctors told me I couldn't, and if for some reason I did, that it's a good possibility this time it would kill me and the baby, both, and the chances of us surviving are so slim that they told me not to ever try that." And so she told me that she really wanted more than one child, her and her husband both, but she felt it was self-centeredness to risk her own life and her husband and little boy, not to have her there in case it went the wrong way. And she asked me in tears, "Don't you agree that it would be better for me to settle and only have one child and know for sure that it's my husband, me, and our little boy, and just let it go and not have another child?" And she really wanted more than, she's crying, guys. But watch this. I told her that God said that children was a blessing, and he wants us to have many, many children. He said that in Genesis. And I said, so God's opinion is that he wants you to have your heart's desire, and his heart's desire, especially because you and your husband are Christians, he wants you to multiply and fill the earth with more believers. So his desire, your desire, is to grow your family and you have more children. And she says, well, can you lay hands on me and maybe help me with that? And so here we go, guys. I laid hands on her, and I spoke to all of her female parts and told them to be healed, and for her womb to open, and for her to be able to conceive and have a child. And her next menstrual cycle, well, you already know, she got pregnant. And watch, I even spoke over her body and her baby and commanded both of them to be completely normal and healthy throughout this whole 9 months of pregnancy, and that both of them would be fine, and that she would go full term this time with no complications whatsoever. And you guessed it, she posted this beautiful picture of herself on Facebook turned sideways, just talking about how good God was, because she had enjoyed every single moment of this pregnancy with this baby. And her other pregnancy, she almost miscarried the whole time that she was pregnant. And then again, of course, I told you, it was a preemie, he was a preemie. They had to force and take and hurry up, and because she almost lost him, and then they almost lost her. But this time, this beautiful baby girl comes out, and she is healthy and whole, and mommy is healthy and whole. And guys, I'm telling you, I would guess about 90% of all the women that I have laid hands on so that they could get pregnant and have a family, at least 90% of them have gotten pregnant and had completely healthy babies, and all went well with their pregnancies and their deliveries. So guys, listen, I'm going to hop off here. You can see I'm in my little car all dressed up. I'm headed to Texas to do some healing and some private teachings for a good friend of mine. So I'm going to hop back on the road. So God bless you, and I will see you again right here tomorrow. And I'm going to start teaching tomorrow. But I just wanted to bless you with a testimony today. So y'all be safe. I'll be safe, and I'll see you again right here on Facebook. Bye-bye.